We hear a lot about the dangers of contact sports in children. Well, now a 16-year-old in New Mexico who was hit hard on the field has people talking because of what he and his parents did after the game. According to school officials at Cleveland High School in New Mexico, the student was knocked unconscious for 20 to 30 seconds during a playoff game. We're talking about football. And under state law, that meant he was required to sit out 7 days to recover, forcing him to miss the following week's state championship game. Well, the student and his parents insisted he didn't suffer a concussion. They hired a lawyer to file a motion in court to plead with a judge to let their son play in the title game. They even enlisted the help of a doctor who said that he seemed fine to the doctor, and indeed the judge ruled in favor of the boy, and he was allowed to play. He ended up sitting on the bench for that game. But it's so interesting, and the doctor later said the parents weren't totally honest in terms of the full extent of his injuries, and she would not have approved it had she known more. But what do you make of this case in general? You never hear about the parents arguing for the kid to play.
Right. See, I think in Texas, I grew up in Texas, and football is a religion there.
Right.
And this is what happens a lot of the times. Kids feel pressure from their parents, from their community, and from their teammates to play in a championship game. They hype it up like this is the biggest opportunity of their life. And New Mexico has a law that says you cannot play for 7 days.
Right.
That's put in place to protect children from this type of situation. My brother is a high school football coach, and I guarantee you, if one of his students suffered even a mild concussion, he doesn't care if he's going to lose a championship game. He's protecting his player. And I think these kinds of laws are so important, especially in big football states like Florida, California, New Mexico, and Texas.
He's protecting himself as well because there's liability in case something happens.
And this doctor even said that if she had known all of the facts, which the parents held back from her, she would never have cleared him to play in that championship game.
On the other hand, the boy said he did not suffer concussion. He answered 2 out of 3.
Wasn't he out?
I
mean, who's awake during a concussion?
He says he was never out. He says he was never unconscious.
But this is the child who desperately wants to play in this game, who will make up anything to please himself and his parents. And I blame the parents maybe for putting a little pressure on him.
Well,
and
we don't know that.
But
we don't know that.
We don't know. But I applaud the school because there are systems in place, there are guidelines in place, and they followed the guidelines. And I applaud the trainer who is with this team every day who said he had a concussion. And the doctor was not with the team every day. Why would you put your kid at risk for a high school football game, and what we know about concussions in football? Why would you place your child at risk?
Because high school, they know it's going to be college and then pros. You know, people get really
sad, though. Don't you think that's sad?
Absolutely, I think it's sad. But people get very involved. They become very competitive, and a lot of times they tell children, like Liliana was saying, this is their future.
This is your only shot.
This is your only
you need
shot.
to play in the game.
You know, and
but it's not going to be your shot if you can't, A, think for yourself, A, you become a vegetable, and, C, or you're not even
on the other hand, schools are so scared now of lawsuits. They're really scared that I guess the parents are arguing even when there isn't a situation that merits it, they're going to decide to do that.
They better be safe than sorry in this case.
And why not be overly cautious? This is your son. Right. God forbid something is wrong with him. You're the one that then pushed him to be in that game. You could never live with yourself.
But the judge did nothing wrong in this case. The doctor cleared him, then he's cleared to play.
Right.
So.
And he didn't end up playing, but they did end up winning the team. So there you have it. All right.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Moving on. All right. Congrats. I mean, he went to the game. He sat on the bench. Anyway. All right. Clap if you are sick of people using their cell phones in restaurants. Are you sick of it? All right. I am too, except for an emergency, if you have to reach your kids or something. Anyway. Okay, I know you're going to argue with me. A sushi chef and owner of a Japanese restaurant in the United Kingdom has not only banned phones in his establishment, he actually rants and embarrasses customers if they violate the no phone rule. He's sort of like the soup Nazi, but he's the sushi Nazi. No sushi for you. He throws people out.
I think
if they're caught on their phone, or even texting or scrolling or doing anything.
Well, haven't you ever been there? I have my phone here, and have eaten dinner by myself.
Why do you have your phone here?
It's the today's book. When you sit and eat dinner by yourself, I like to look through my phone, see what's happening, check pictures out. It's sort of like I'm decompressing like a Kindle. Why can't I look at my phone?
But I love this. I love when someone that owns a restaurant puts these rules into play.
You've never brought out your phone, Lance Bass.
Well, of course, but I would respect an owner at a restaurant if they didn't want cell phones as part of their
There's just 12 tables. It's a tiny little place. If you're on the phone, everybody hears.
It's the same thing with restaurants now starting to say no tipping. They actually pay their employees more just so that you don't tip. I think it's better for the customer
and I also think it's better for the person that you're having dinner with if you're not dining by yourself. There's nothing more frustrating to me than somebody sitting across the table from me, having dinner with me, checking their phone constantly. The thing
Shenanigans.
No.
You are telling me none of you guys have ever taken out your phone.
I would like a little forced etiquette on this.
Okay, it's forced etiquette.
I would like forced etiquette.
You absolutely gonna take out your phone, right?
Yeah.
We all have done it. Nobody's saying we haven't done it, but the reality is, I would love to go to a place like that where they're saying don't do it, so I can have a
Nobody does
conversation
it.
with the people
Yes.
that I'm with.
But you know what we do it sometimes with our friends? We put the cell phones in the middle of the table.
That's a great rule.
And we say, everyone, don't take my phone.
But the one
Everyone
thing,
gets it.
there's this huge trend right now. Everybody is Instagramming pictures of their food. So they
what
go
is
to
that
dinner.
about?
I don't know. Everyone thinks they're like a professional food photographer. Well, Lance is. 'Cause he has Lance Eats. But you go to dinner, and I swear, I saw this one girl get up, like, I'm not going to do it because I'll fall, but she got up on the chair. She stood on her chair to get an overhead shot of the food like this, because that's like the best angle.
It's like a drone.
Yeah, it's like a drone shot of her
But
food.
what is-
and she took like 30 photos. I'm like, the food's not moving. What are you trying to capture? It was sitting still.
I don't even understand what the point is. Like, look at me, I'm at a nice
There's a whole
restaurant.
culture of food porn. I'm very into food porn. And I'm the person that wants to see it. I want to see it laid
What gets
out.
you going?
Anything. Steak, ham, yams, croissants.
I'm the same way. I appreciate food. I love plating.
I don't see people doing that at a nice restaurant.
It's annoying.
Why not just eat it?
Well, that's the other
It's
thing.
something so beautiful that you have to capture it.
No, a piece on my plate, no.
And when you infringe on my quickness to eat, then I'm pissed. If you tell me, oh, wait, no, let me take 10 photos, I'm like, no, I'm eating the French fry. Screw your picture.